Good morning. It's day number 11 of the motorcycle trip, day number 12 overall. Beautiful morning. It's cold. It was 37 at camp. It's starting to get up to 40 right now. Had trouble getting the motorcycle started this morning. It was turning over, but it was not catching. So I tried for a couple minutes. Couldn't get it to work. It's pretty early in the morning. It's 7:30. I didn't want to wake everybody up in the camps around me, but I really didn't have any choice in terms of turning the engine over. Let it sit for 4 or 5 minutes. Still wouldn't start, and I ended up giving it throttle, put some more gas into the cylinders, and it eventually caught. In any event, it is Thursday. I am down to my last 24 hours or so of riding, heading towards Anchorage. I do want to stop at the state park on the way south. I was going to stay there tonight, but there's a glacier that I may go visit, which is northeast of Anchorage. So I'm headed towards Anchorage right now, and I'm going to stop at that state park that will look back at Denali, and then I'll continue on past it in hopes of finding a state park further on down the road. Look at those mountains out in the distance. Shooting into the sun, but it's still incredible. This is definitely one of the top national parks in the country, if not the world. What views! I keep saying that, but it's just cool. Nice windy road, changes in elevation, railroad trestle crossing a valley, green trees. Say goodbye to Denali National Park. Look at that. Oh, what a parting gift. Anchorage 237, Wasilla 196. So I'm going to go somewhere east of Wasilla. What a ride. What an amazing ride. To my left, and this is to my right. 15 miles of animal crossing. To be taken pretty seriously here. Wow. I don't know if that's Denali. That might be. They said mile marker 135.2 has got the best view, and I'm still up at 207 or something. So maybe that's not it, but whatever it is, that's pretty impressive. I'm embarrassed to say I don't even know. There's so many mountains here, and without a sign to kind of point it out to me, I'm a little blind in terms of what I'm looking at, other than just appreciating the beauty of it. And Denali being over 20,000 feet, I know you can see it a long way off, but it doesn't seem like we're 60 miles off from it, but who knows? We'll find out. Leaving the borough of Denali. 6 million acres. 6 million acres. Coming up on 1,600 miles on this trip. There we are. What a great trip. What a great trip. I was discouraging at the beginning of last week with the rain and the weather, but this week is clearly made up for it. A little on the cold side, I won't lie. I got all my layers on, and I got my heated grips going, my heated jacket going. I'm comfortable. It was cold last night though. I had a lot of layers on, and my sleeping bag is rated to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. It wasn't anywhere near that, but it at my age, it felt cold. I had my hood on my mummy's sleeping bag pulled up over my head and cinched down. But the only thing that was showing last night was my nose, so I could breathe. And even that was uncomfortable. My nose felt cold. How ridiculous is that? In any event, what a glorious week. I am just on a high right now. This morning has been an unbelievable ride. Unbelievable. If you can visit Alaska, do it, because it's worth it. What a great state. What a great part of the world. This is Hurricane Gulch, mile marker 134. And that's Denali National Park over there. I'm still skirting around the side of it. There's water down there at the bottom, but I'm not going to get down towards that edge. And you're not allowed to stand on the bridge to take pictures. Denali State Park. This is Denali State Park, North View. Isn't it grand? Very fortunate that today is a clear day and I got a view of Denali. A lot of people show up here and you can't see it, or they can only see the bottom of it. So really lucky. That was the north view. I'm going to head down to the south view, which is still, believe it or not, like 25-30 miles away. It just shows how big this mountain is. Well, what a view. So I've got about 100 miles to go before I head east, and then it's a little catch as catch can. There's a glacier, I think it's about an hour and a half from that turning point that I'd really like to go to, and then there's a couple campsites along that road that I hope to stay at that'll put me within shooting range of Anchorage tomorrow. It is 66 degrees. It's about the warmest it's been on this trip. Yeah, like it's always, towards the end of the trip you always get the best weather, which draws me back. Bugs were kind of out there at the viewing point, so that's the one disadvantage. As the temperature goes up, it gets more comfortable to ride, but more uncomfortable to stand. 1,700 miles, still 64 miles to go to the campground, an hour and 12 minutes. Took an unreserved site at the Finger Lake State Recreation Area, and I've got an hour and 17-minute ride out to the glacier. So I'm going to do that. This will be my last sightseeing thing for this motorcycle trip. I'm supposed to get there around 3, turn around, and I'll come back to my camp, have dinner, and that'll be about it. Get myself organized for tomorrow. Dropping the bike at 11, so my plan is to try to give it a wash or take it back in. Probably don't have to, but I like to take care of equipment, whether it's mine or not. That is picture perfect. I asked the ranger yesterday how often these flats fill up with water, and she said not very often. Apparently if there's a lot of rain or an unusually warm period of weather where the glacier melts, they can become more than what they look like right now, but I guess they generally are like this. In an elevation. Nice. Nice views. I had not planned this road at all. It's absolutely spectacular. There's water here, a lake, mountains on either side, all the greenery. This is a first-class ride. I was planning on staying at the Denali State Park tonight and figured, well, if I can get a good view or two of Denali today, then why not just keep moving and pick something a little closer to Anchorage for tomorrow morning, as well as go to this glacier. So it was kind of a spur of the moment thing, and man, it really paid off. Riding through Denali yesterday was really cool, but this is right up there with it. And there's the glacier. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Matanuska Glacier. This was a little challenging for me. It's downhill, little pebbles and gravel. Should probably keep more speed. It'll be, I think, pretty straightforward going up. I just worry about doing an unexpected stop. And then they have these signs up: road unsafe, no trespassing, but everybody who's driving back here, and the state sign was pointed in this direction. I don't know. It's not very well laid out. There's a bridge here, a one-lane bridge. I don't like that. Not very level. Alright, $150 to go back there. It's private property. That's not happening. So I'm going to go back to the state recreation site. Got a good view of the river down here. Work my way up the hill. Look at that view. Now this is much easier for me going up than it was coming down. I think it was more the fear of losing traction with momentum coming down the hill, whereas here you got to kind of force the bike to work its way up. Well, if nothing else, if I don't get to walk on a glacier in Alaska, I got a beautiful ride this afternoon. That's worth something. Alright, back down to the state recreation site. There's a 1 mile trail that runs along the ridgeline here, but it doesn't get you down to the glacier, so I think I'm just gonna call it quits. It's 3:30, got an hour or so to get back to camp, time for dinner. It's a pretty good view from up here. That's called rationalizing it. What a great ride today. What a great ride. Top 10 rides in my life. It's hard to rank them because there are so many beautiful national parks out there and beautiful roads. But that's clearly up there. I'm back the other direction. A whole different view. Scenic lookout. brings me to Kings Canyon. Kings Canyon's up there in my top 10 rides of all time. It's a diamond-shaped mountain. That is quite the peak. I wonder how often somebody climbs that. That looks steep. Does that say Alaska or what? Pretty Spartan dinner. Clam chowder. But there weren't any big grocery stores that I passed today, so this actually looks pretty good to me. It's about 6 o'clock. I'm pretty hungry. Finger Lake. Good morning. It's about 7:17 in the morning, and I am headed into Anchorage. It is the 13th of June, 12th day of this motorcycle trip, and the last day, unfortunately. So today I am basically winding down this portion of my trip. My wife is flying out to Anchorage, and we're going to take a one-way cruise down to Vancouver and then fly home. Hope to drop my stuff at the hotel we're staying at tonight and then go wash the bike and return it to the rental outfit, MotoQuest. So I would highly recommend Alaska to any motorcyclist or any car driver for that matter that wants to experience a state that's probably different than any other state. It's broad expanse, huge national parks, wonderful mountain ranges. It's like mountains every time you turn around here. But if you go, you got to be prepared for a challenge because the weather can turn on a dime. And here we are mid-June, and it's like a October day up in New England, or an early spring day maybe is a better comparison. And there were days where it felt like November in New England. Heading toward Anchorage. I washed the bike. Pretty good. We're ready to go. Closing in on the end of this journey. So there you have it. 1,945 miles. Day number 12 of the motorcycle trip. Somewhere here. There it is, MotoQuest on the right. 1945.4.